Good evening and many thanks for joining us. You're watching QTV Nightly News coming to you from our studios on Carawa Avenue with me, Ansumana Isonyase. First, here are the main news headlines. The University of the Gambia's Law Faculty was the target of a suspected arson attack early on Friday morning, leaving some offices completely burnt. And ahead of the ECOWAS summit in Abuja this weekend, the plenary of the ECOWAS Parliament has adopted a recommendation by its joint committee against ECOWAS involvement in a draft decision to set up a special tribunal for the Gambia to prosecute former President Yahya Jammeh. Community Action Support Association Casa Gambia, a non-profit organization with partners, is training 10 civil society organizations and community-based organizations on how to get more support from stakeholders and decision makers. And the Ministry of Basic and Secondary Education, MAPSI, organized a 2-day national sensitization of school management committee and Mothers Club on improving foundational learning. And in sports news, football lovers turned up at the SL football grounds for a clash between two football giants of North Bank region, Rockland United FC and SL United FC. Well, stay tuned as we bring you more on these and other stories. And those were the main headlines. Now here's the news in focus. The University of the Gambia's Law Faculty was the target of a suspected arson attack early on Friday morning, leaving the Law Faculty moot court and office of the Director of University Students' Affairs completely burnt. Alusis have visited the scene and Hina reports.
The incident, which occurred around 5 a.m. on Friday morning, resulted in significant damage and disruption to the daily operations of the affected office. The motive of the suspected attackers and whether the intention was to set the whole campus ablaze is unknown at the time of filing this report. The suspected arson attack has sparked widespread concern and solidarity within the university community, with many expressing shock and disbelief at what appears to be deliberate targeting of educational institutions. Law enforcement officers visited the scene and are currently investigating the incident, hoping to apprehend the attackers. The Students' Affairs Office plays a crucial role in ensuring the holistic well-being and support of students within the university. QTV will keep the public updated as and when there are new developments surrounding this serious incident. Reporting for QTV News, I am Aliou Cissé.
Well, quite unfortunate, and we now move on now to some other news, but we still stay with Aliou Cissé as he reports that ahead of the ECOWAS summit in Abuja this weekend, the plenary of the ECOWAS Parliament has adopted a recommendation by its joint committee against the involvement of ECOWAS in a draft decision to set up a special tribunal for the Gambia to prosecute former President Yahya Jammeh and the adoption of the relevant statute.
As part of the ongoing 2024 first ordinary session of the ECOWAS Parliament, the Joint Committee of Parliament, consisting of the Committee on Legal Affairs and Human Rights, Committee on Political Affairs, Peace, Security and African Peer Review Mechanism, Committee on Social Affairs, Gender, Women's Empowerment, met on Tuesday 2nd July and Wednesday 3rd July 2024 at the seat of the ECOWAS Parliament in Abuja, Federal Republic of Nigeria. The meeting of the Joint Committee was co-chaired by Honorable Jeremy Adumau, Chair of the Committee on Legal Affairs and Human Rights, and Honorable Edwin Melvin Snow Jr., Chair of the Committee on Political Affairs, Peace, Security and Africa Peer Review Mechanism. The objective of the meeting was to consider the draft decision on the establishment of a special tribunal for the Gambia and the adoption of the statute of the special tribunal for the Gambia. The meeting of the Joint Committee was attended by the honorable members, representatives of the ECOWAS Commission, and members of the Administration of Parliament. In its presentation, the ECOWAS Commission informed the Joint Committee that the draft decision on the establishment of a special tribunal for the Gambia and the adoption of the statute of the special tribunal for the Gambia follows on from the request by the government of the Gambia to cooperate with ECOWAS in setting up an international tribunal capable of applying international and national laws to deal with the complex nature of national and international crimes, as well as serious human rights violations and abuses committed on the Gambian territory between 22nd July 1994 and 21st January 2017. Following the presentation made by the ECOWAS Commission, which was followed by debates, The members of the Joint Committee noted that the late submission of the referral to the Parliament did not allow them sufficient time to consider all perspectives on the document and to have an interface with the critical stakeholders through town hall meetings. This, they said, hindered their chances to be fully informed on the issues at stake, given the very fragile nature of the Gambia and the need for it to have greater stability at this time. Going forward, the committee therefore urges the ECOWAS Commission to respect the provisions of Article 13 and 14 of the Supplementary Act on the enhancement of powers of the ECOWAS Parliament pertaining to the timeline for the submission of referrals. According to the Act, draft text on which the opinion of the Parliament is being sought should be transmitted to the Committee of Parliament at least 15 days before the opening of parliamentary sessions. At the end of its deliberations, the Joint Committee, deeply concerned about the peace and stability in West Africa, as well as what the impact of establishing a special tribunal for the Gambia under the aegis of ECOWAS will have on peace and security in the country and in the sub-region at large, the Joint Committee is not comfortable for ECOWAS to be a party to the establishment of the said special tribunal. In the event that the proceedings on the tribunal face any challenges or are queried, ECOWAS stands to lose its legitimacy to mediate. This could further exacerbate the issues as there will be nowhere else to run to within the sub-region. In view of the foregoing, the Joint Committee recognizes that the Gambia is free to establish any special tribunal it wishes that aims to seek redress to its citizens. However, it proposes that this will be done without the involvement of ECOWAS, opined and recommended the report of the committee, which was adopted by the plenary. ECOWAS Authority of Heads of State and Governments is meeting this weekend in Abuja for a summit where they are expected to further discuss the issue and come up with a decision. President Barrow will attend. Reporting for QTV News, I am Ali Usise.
Now, the Community Action Support Association, Casa Gambia, a non-profit organization in partnership with Change the Game Academy, is training 10 civil society organizations and community-based organizations on how to get more support and commitment from stakeholders and decision makers. Lena Iguenyeba has more.
The 5-day mobilizing support training guided participants from community-based organizations, CBOs, and civil society organizations, CSOs, through various strategies for mobilizing support, including lobbying and direct action engagement. The training covered principles of successful support mobilization, emphasizing credibility, legitimacy, accountability, service-oriented approaches, and power dynamics. Participants were given a step-by-step approach to mobilizing support, providing a clear roadmap to help organizations effectively plan and execute their campaigns to achieve their goals. Fatou Marie Toure, the project leader of Casa Gambia, highlights the importance of the training and the sustainability approach.
We find the need to train and capacitate CBOs in terms of mobilizing resources in order to understand how to involve stakeholders and participants into their project. We're not just going to train them and certify them after 5 days. There's going to be a coaching period. So we're going to give them 6 weeks to go back and develop a tangible plan for implementation.
Mariama Esanyang from U8 Foundation Gambia and Jerry Mane from Mama Africa for Gambia Foundation, who both participated in the training, acknowledged the importance of the training in helping them better understand their work as CSOs, leading to the successful implementation of their projects.
Attending this training, I think, has provided us the opportunity to know more about how we work as a civil organization and what are some of the things that we need to put in place in order to make our work effective and then to be able to gather support from people around the places to join us in our work.
You know we cannot do it alone. The government as a UTPI have a responsibility, and the CSOs organization also play a very important role in trying to complement government's efforts. But however, we cannot also do it alone. We need the support of our stakeholders to be part of the initiative for us to have a successful implementation of our programs and activities. So this is key.
Ibrahima Jata, the chairperson of Casa Gambia, emphasized their continued support for participants in skills training.
We will do skills training, train them how to present their cases, how to engage allies, how to engage different stakeholders. Government are supposed to deliver service, but unfortunately most communities do not know what service government has to deliver. So this community-based organization will engage those people to educate them as to how they should ask for their rights from the local stakeholders and, of course, the state as well.
CASA Gambia aims to empower these organizations with the tools and knowledge they need to drive change and make a difference in their communities, aligning with its broader mission of empowering grassroots structures through capacity development and advocacy for effective policy formulation and implementation. Reporting for QTV News, I am Lena E. Igwenyuba.
Now, the Ministry of Basic and Secondary Education organized a two-day national sensitization of school management committees and the Mothers Club on improving foundational learning at the regional office in Brikama. Mumdu Gajiga attended and he now reports.
The forum, organized by the ministry with support from the World Bank's Resilience, Inclusion, Skills and Equity RISE project, brought together stakeholders including school teachers, MOPSI officials, parents, and school management committees (SMC) heads to discuss how to improve. Foundational learning is the basic literacy, numeracy, and transferable skills that are the building blocks for a life of learning. Without foundational learning, students often fail to thrive later in school or when they join the workforce. Jarga E. Gay, Senior Education Officer, Standards and Quality Assurance, Director, MOPSI, explains.
The essence of this discussion is to recognize the importance of foundational learning. Foundational learning, with emphasis, is a shift that the ministry is taking to ensure that our children who are in the lower grades of the learning cadre of this country achieve the highest possible performance scores.
According to MOPSI, an assessment shows foundational learning quality has drastically dropped. To improve the quality, SMCs and Mothers Club discuss various ideas. Buba Mane, Principal Education Officer of Regional Education Directorate 2 West, briefly explains the RISE project.
So, comme il y a fallu nyaming projet ko ming mbedunka konote memu RISE project.
The Resilience, Inclusion, Skills and Equity RISE is a new project launched in May this year. It seeks to benefit you, your children, and other stakeholders to improve performance in foundational learning. With the theme of strengthening community engagement for improved foundational learning outcomes, parents, school management committees shared ideas on how to improve learning. They highlighted challenges such as discipline, overcrowded classrooms, studying at home after school, amongst others. Kutubo Jete of the Busumbala Farato Annex Lower Basic School, Fatumata Cham, the Mothers Club President at Tujereng Nursery and Lower Basic School, and Wee Fati from Farato, all put forward ideas on how to improve learning.
Komi kajel ko nursery class wol melbije class kilo katale for 50 plus students.
One classroom accommodates 50 or more students, which is very challenging for a single teacher to teach them at the nursery level.
Kudugal domam private school dafa make sure ne fajar ewuna dina togal xale bi ndewo dina ko dindal shopping def ko ci bir bag.
Students attending private schools, parents will ensure they are up early and prepare all the necessary things they need for school, while parents whose children are attending government schools don't pay much attention to those essentials.
Nursery la bukolu ike bulak classroom le kon ini bukata so kon barindal wulula si wakil nole.
Textbooks for nursery school students are normally left at school, but as parents, we can provide them extra books to help them study at home. It is hoped that with this collaborative approach, all stakeholders will feel engaged with and supportive of the agreed outcomes. Mamudu Gajaga, QTV News.
And our report there by Mamudu Gajaga will lead us to the commercial break, but we will be right back.
Hello, boss. Operation launched.
Go on, Bomber, go on.
I don't understand. I don't understand.
What is it, Bomber?
Hello, boss. I don't understand. Amazing discounts on all the best products.
But it's really easy to understand. During Buddy Days, take advantage of exceptional discount up to 50% on tile, sanitary, and light. From June 29th to July 13th, you will be splurging. Buddy Mat, welcome home.
The future is now. With QCell's 5G network, experience speeds like never before with our new 5G Rocket Fix internet plan. Get speeds from 10 Mbps to 100 Mbps. Your 5G-enabled device. Walk into QCell headquarters to get one of our 5G routers and experience the true feeling of 5G. Only with QCell. QCell brings you the future. Tech, innovation, incredible speed. The future is now. For more information, call our customer care on 111. QCell, Sunyabus. We innovate, others follow. Terms and conditions apply.
Welcome back following the commercial break, and if you're just joining us, be reminded you're watching QTV News coming to you live from our studios on Caraba Avenue with me and Swana Sonyase. Now, the Ministry of Tourism and Culture held a stakeholders meeting to begin planning one of the most anticipated annual events in the capital, the Banjul New Year Festival. Lena Igwenyiba again.
The meeting, initiated and chaired by the Minister of Tourism and Culture, Abdoulaye Diop, aim to strategize to ensure the best ever organization of the Banjul New Year Festival. The event is a long-standing tradition which celebrates local Banjul culture and includes a masquerade parade that attracts thousands of Gambians and international visitors. Given the cosmopolitan and diverse nature of its residents, many Banjul traditions are unique to the city. Among other things, the discussion focused on crowd management, traffic and hunting groups, to ensure a smooth and enjoyable experience for all attendees. Minister Diop highlighted the significance of the event and the necessity of planning to make it easy for everyone to enjoy the festivities in the capital city without any hassle or risk of theft.
The hassle that you people go through to come and enjoy this cultural event, this touristic attraction product, it is just sometimes horrendous. It is difficult. So how can we make it easy for Gambians in country, diasporans, and other visitors in the country to be able to enjoy these activities during the festive season? And I want us to be able to task the various entities so that we work out specific plan of action and make sure that these are implemented.
Terry Williams, president of the Odile Hunting Society, Saul Sow, CEO of Jollof Arts Entertainment, and Modu Lamin Korta, the police operations commander for the Banjul region, all gave recommendations for the successful hosting of the event.
People spend almost 5 hours in a stagnant road, just from moving from Banjul to Westfield, which will take you only 15 minutes. But people were standing there for almost 5 to 6 hours. Some people slept in their vehicle. Stop people coming into Independence Drive because there's a program there. Move to Bond Road, come out from Banjul, and the security should be tense.
I am urging the security personnel to help ease and then allow the traffic to flow from Denton Bridge, and also incoming traffic to Banjul. I suggest we make a one-way to Bond Road.
We had a meeting about the same issue for vehicles to be parked at Makati Square, Gambia High School, St. Augustine's, and other environs. But unfortunately, for that of the last program, it never happened that way because there was no specific task force put in place to look into that. So this time around, I would suggest, after the meeting, NCAC together with BCC, we come together and put a robust task force in place.
The Gambia's tourism industry is a major source of foreign exchange and a significant proportion of GDP, provides around 16,000 jobs. Cultural festivals like the Banjul New Year Festival contribute to this by positioning the country as a tourism hotspot through the display of its rich and diverse culture, attracting visitors from across the Gambia and tourists from around the world. Reporting for QTV News, I am Lena E. Igwenyiba.
Now, Pakalinding Upper Basic School Chronic Recitation Competition for selected lower and upper basic schools in the Lower River region. Our regional correspondent Bakari Baldi attended the program and filed this report.
The competition brought together 10 schools, 5 lower basics and 5 upper basic schools to showcase their talents in reciting the Holy Quran and to discuss the role of the conventional schools in the propagation of Islamic norms and values. Khalil Sedikan, the principal of Pakalini Upper Basic School, gives the welcoming remarks and highlights how the Holy Quran was revealed to the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him.
Gabriel will hold him, raise him up, and ask him for the second time and third time to read. Later, Jibril read to him, Iqra bi isma rabbika alladhi khalaq. خلق الإنسان من علق اقرأ وربك الأكرم. These 5 verses are the first verses of the Holy Quran that were sent to the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam.
Mr. Sedikan has words of advice for his teachers and students.
Let us continue advocating. Let us continue teaching. Let us continue inculcating this knowledge into our young ones. Then we'll have a generation, very good generation succeeding another very good generation.
Mfamara Dabo, one of the organizing committee members, outlined the purpose of the program and his expectations.
Many people normally neglect their salah simply because they don't have the basic understanding of religion. That's why they are neglecting the salah. So we come with this suggestion that let us organize an occasion like this. We invite prominent members who are very renowned in Islam. Let them come and sensitize the student about the importance of Islam. Yes, we want this program to be an impact. We want it to manifest on the students.
Fadu Sedikan of Kanikunda Lower Basic came first in the Lower Basic category, while Abu Harmanjang of Pakalini Upper Basic came first in the Upper Basic category, respectively.
I am so happy that I took first. I encourage my peers to attend Quranic schools and read the Quran for the propagation of Islam.
I am not relaxed at all. Anytime I think of the final, I get scared because this is my first time. Sometimes I study so hard. I had sleepless nights.
The schools that took part in the Lower Basic category were Somal LBS, Kanikunda LBS, Pakalinin LBS, Misra LBS, and Notre Dame LBS, and for the Upper Basic sector, Pakalinin UBS, Soma UBS, Tonyataba UBS, Buiba UBS, and Badruddin Islamic Schools, respectively. The organizing committee hoped to organize a similar activity next year. Bakari Balde, QTV News.
Well, congratulations to the winners, and time now for some exciting sports news. Now, many football lovers turned up at the SAO football grounds for a clash between the two football giants of North Bank region, Rockland United FC and SAO United FC. SAO United, the home side, defeated the boys from Chakubantang. Don Williams was there and filed this report.
There was a lot at stake in this final, as the winners will get a chance to join the champions of NBR, LRR and URR in the playoffs final for promotion to the GFF Second Division Men's competition. The final marked the end of the CRR Football Association calendar at a packed Kawu football ground as defending champions Stone Circle took to the field to defend their title they won last year against Janjamburi FC, who were appearing in the final for the first time. The match itself was an end-to-end battle from the kick-off, but good goalkeeping by both sides made it difficult for attackers to break the deadlock in the first half. So it was the teams went with the match finally poised at 0-0. Janjambure FC were hoping to set a record and become winners as first-time finalists. And although they were the better side, the football gods were not on their side. The second half saw both teams pushing without being able to break the deadlock until the fourth official raised the electronic board indicating 5 minutes of added on time. In the 93rd minute, a substitute was made by Stone Circle FC, then followed by a free kick for a foul committed, and number 6, Mohamed Sonko, long range, beat the Janjambure goalkeeper for the winning goal. Here is the man who changed the narrative, Mohamed Sonko, the Stone Circle FC goal scorer.
I know that I can score, but it was too late before I enter. But I know that it's my power and I can do it. That's why I just try to take that only one chance to score.
And here is Mamadou Sedi, the head coach of Stone Circle FC.
Kontanta bakele andung ngadoku oke bakele purka nyim popota last year antara triangle la le ma megno now na plan mu nyineti pour triangle nying na make ngara second division.
Ibrahim Ajiba, captain of Janjambure, expressed satisfaction of his team's performance despite their loss.
Oh, audio with them.
Usman Keita, a member of the Sierra Regional FA, explained the challenges they encountered leading up to the final.
When you look at CRR, it's big. We don't have any grounds. There is no stuff. So I'm really calling for the Ministry of Youth and Sport. I'm really calling for GFF to kindly please come in and help. I know they also have their constraints and challenge, but CRR without infrastructure in Gambian football is going to be a challenge.
Stone Circle FC, winners of this year's Sierra Regional 3rd Division Football League final winner, went home with a giant golden trophy and a cash prize of $80,000, while the runners-up bagged $60,000. Don Williams, QTV News, reporting from Kauru.
Well, I'm afraid that's all about it. Congratulations to the winners. On behalf of the entire production team, thanks for watching. Do join us tomorrow, same time.